Hello. Hello from Detroit. It is Tuesday. Nope, Monday. I've only been on vacation, so to speak, a couple of days, and I already am lost as far as what day it is. Can you guys hear me okay? My phone, which is my camera, is kind of up in the air here, so I hope that you guys can hear me. Hi, hello from Florida. Good to see you. Good to see your scope earlier today. It was fun. Hey, Mary. I'm just gonna wait a few seconds here. Thank you for inviting your followers, guys. The more the merrier, so thanks for doing that. And if there's others here who wants to swipe and share, go right ahead. Hello, Knuckles to be. Oh gosh, I forget your name. Forgive me. Can you guys, if you guys give me your names, that would be great. You know how bad my memory is these days. Anyway, hello from Spain. Very cool. Sue, yes. Oh, I need to remember that. Sue, okay. Hi, Beverly from London. Trishan. Oh, that's great. Okay, so if you're new to my scopes, my name is Rowena. I am the designer and maker of the Sojourner Traveler's notebooks. Hi from Minnesota. And the notebooks are designed to assist you in documenting your life on the daily and as it happens. So, hi, Peggy. So my last couple of scopes, I've been demonstrating how to draw in watercolor simply, which you can apply to your planners and journals. Hi, Monica. Good to see you from Southern California, my hood. Hey. Okay, so anyway, I'm glad to be here. And you know, my personal goal for all you guys, especially the new ones who are new into watercoloring or art in general, it's just to have fun playing in your notebooks and let go and just do. Okay, because you might have. Hi from Omaha. Elfred. Oh, hey, how are you? Okay, so anyway, I just, you know, if you know a little bit of my story, I told a couple of days ago, I was really uptight as an artist. I went to college for art and I was very uptight, and it wasn't until later in life that, you know, I just made a decision. I need to just stop it. I just need to have fun and enjoy, because most of life is about our choices. And it's the same with art, you know. If you're having fun and you're doing it, it doesn't matter how it looks or how you think it looks. For the most part, a lot of people already think what you're doing is cool. You just don't think so. So you know what? Just have fun. And so that's kind of my goal for you guys. If you're new to art or watercolor itself, I am not a watercolorist expert. I wouldn't say I'm an expert in anything. But I do what I can, and I enjoy it just like I enjoy my life. And so again, life is too short to be worrying too much about how things look or anything. And so I'm here to assist you, to hopefully get you started. And if any of you ever post anything on Instagram, let me know. I would love to see what you've done and how it's encouraged you. You're seeing my finger up there because a bunch of new people are following. Thank you for all the invites. So anyway, I'm trying to move it so I can see your comments. If I do not answer your comments, please ask it again because I will forget. Yes, and you guys, Kathleen, Studio 18, do follow her. I just watched her stuff this morning. Same with Peg, which is Marge Bear right there, you guys. Follow these girls because they are wonderful artists, and they are also on Periscope. Okay, I'll go ahead and get started. So last week I showed you these different, for sure, I enjoy your scopes. Hi, I'm sorry, I can't say her name. Love some Miss Kathleen. Yes, she's wonderful. PS name. Okay, Lula Rowe. Okay, so let me go ahead and get started. Last week I showed you how to do some very simple roses and also the tulips. I forgot what it was called, though it's my favorite flower. So anyway, they're supposed to look like tulips. So let me go ahead and get started because I'm going to build on this a little bit. So the first flower, well, how many here, hey Gary, how many here have started doing this with me or have your brushes and pens with you right now? The show of hands. Well, not the show of hands, show of hearts maybe, or just say yes, you're starting it. Trishan, very cool. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so last week, yes. Last week I showed you how to do a simple tulip. Let me move some of these. And let me just show you how I did that real quick because I'm going to build on that. Sourcing my first kit on Amazon. Very cool. So basically, that's what I showed you guys, right? And then you could build on it a little bit if you wanted to. Just like that. So with that in mind, which brush is this? This is, what number is that? Hang on, let me put my reading glasses on. Oh, it doesn't have a number. It's a round brush by Princeton. It says 4050R is the number of it. Oh, it's a number 6. Looks like a number 6. Okay, so I did the tulip just like this. And so to build on that, just maybe get your brush and dip it and get it a little bit darker, less water. Yes, you're right. It's a 6. Thank you. And then you just build on it. Actually, I'm building a little too dark for my purpose right now because I was going to use ink on it. So in order to take some of the watercolor off, sorry for that shadow, what you want to do is just go over it, lift it. There's a reason why I wanted to just build on it like this a little bit. Okay, and I took too much away. So you just play, shape it that way. Let me turn on this light. Maybe that'll help the shadows. Whoops, I think I unplugged it. Hang on here, guys. Hello, Lydia and Laura. Okay, I think that's better. So then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and let that dry a little bit. I meant to get my blow dryer. We'll go ahead and put some leaves on it. Again, very simple. Okay, so that's a version. And then as it's drying, just dab a little bit. Anyway, to build on it with a pen, all I do is this. And already that makes it a little bit more interesting. Very easy, right? Okay, so that's one way to build on that tulip. Another flower, which I don't really have a name for it. I don't know if there's a flower like this, but I'm sure there probably is somewhere. But what I do is, first of all, a heart shape. The black pen, yes, I have a black pen. It's a Stadler. It's a pigment liner number 3. It's what I generally use. Well, I'm using this right now daily for my journaling, and I really like it because it's waterproof. So I can go back and do some more painting on top of it, and it won't smear or bleed. Well, it might smear a little bit, but it won't bleed the way some pens do. Okay, my other flower that I'd like to teach you is the basic shape of a heart. Everybody can draw a heart, right? There's a heart there. And then what you do is that bottom outline, you just basically go over it with the same color. Just like that. See, it's not really uniform. It's a little bit messed up. That's okay. Nothing in nature is perfect. And the trick to it is the one side is higher or longer than the other side. Okay, so let me go ahead and do another one in a different color. And this time I'm going to do it backwards, as far as it'll be higher on the left side, and then, oops, okay, well, made that mistake, and that's okay. We can just go over it. See, it's easy, no stress, flowers. So you could just make this one a little bit higher, and it's a little bit bigger. Of course, in your planner, you're going to make these a little bit smaller. And that works for now. I put a little too much. So again, I'm going to lift a little bit. And again, it's not quite like that, but that's okay. Hey, Candy from Atlanta. Hey, is anybody here from Detroit or near the area? I'm actually in Auburn Hills, which is probably about 40 minutes from Detroit. If anybody's out here, message me on Facebook and we can maybe meet up for coffee or tea. I actually do teas, but okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some of the greenery that goes on here, and all you have to do is just shape it right underneath like a V. But the bottom is a little bit longer. Oh, thank you, Danny. Just to add more color. So it's really easy. It doesn't have to be perfect, like I said, and there you go. So you could just build on that. You could put one right here. Typically, you know, when we design things, you want to do it in 3s or 5s and odd numbers. That's just a rule, which really can be broken. I break it all the time. But anyway, so if you add some more on here, it could be a really pretty page. So that's the second one. And again, you can go in here with a pen and just do some of the outlines. And in fact, what you can do is actually do the outlines first, if you'd like, and then put the color on top. That's what's nice about these pens. It's waterproof. We do a yellow one. Notice I'm just doing this really quick. That's a good exercise too, is just to do it quickly so that you're not thinking too much on it. And then maybe add a little bit of a darker orange. to give it a little depth if you want to. You don't have to. Again, we're going for simple, just to enjoy yourselves. And it's actually very therapeutic to do this really quickly. For instance, when you're on a plane or something. That's what I showed today, I think, on my Instagram. Sorry about that shadow, you guys. Okay, so that's another flower. Now I'm going to go ahead and show you. Yes, that's what I go for, is the simple. Just like my sojourners, that's how I design them. I'm going to go ahead and show you another flower. This one is a really fun one, and it is another heart. So for those who aren't used to doing hearts, this is a good way for you to do so, to start learning how to make them. And this one's kind of going to be a little bit, I'm going to be doing this a little backwards. Wait, I'm going to pick up a thinner one. This is another Princeton, and it is a 0. Okay, so this is supposed to be shaped like a heart. I homeschool, and it's our first day, sneaking a little break to watch, relaxing to watch. Very cool. You know, I homeschooled both of my daughters who are now in college. Actually, one of them, the other one just graduated this year. I homeschooled them from when they were in kindergarten. And it's one of the best decisions we've ever made. It's not for everybody, and it's okay, but we did choose to do that. And so one of them has a full-time job, got one even before she graduated, so we're really proud of her. Actually, both of them are now working, and the other one's going back to school, and she has a year left. So again, we're just making a heart. I kind of have to concentrate here since I have to do this kind of backwards. All 4 girls graduated, 3 and 1 more left. That's great. 8th grade, my last one is in the nest. Very cool, lots of homeschoolers. Okay, so that's the heart. It's not quite shaped the way I would want it to, but again, no stress. And that's it. I just put little Is there any way you can get closer? Yes. Later on, I'm going to show you guys my setup here in the hotel room. I had to get on a chair. All boys and none homeschool, they start back August 5. I'm amazed that you all homeschool. Like I said, it's not for everyone, but it is rewarding. It was very rewarding for my family. Okay, so is that better? Is that closer? Now you might not be able to see it. Focused. There, I think it's focused. Okay, and so that's it. Thank you for letting me know. I forget these things. Perhaps, but I don't know what a pansy really looks like right now. I gotta do one thing at a time. Okay, because I'm trying not to stress. Okay, guys, leaves. So then just add some leafage. That's it. Now, someone asked me how to blend, and and last time. My leaves get way out of proportion. That's okay, nothing's perfect. Let's show some pieces. That's great. Oh yes, definitely you can do this too, trust me. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so now let me go ahead and show you how the blending. What palette am I using? If it is a Yarka palette, and I got it from Dick Blick Art Supplies. If you look back at my previous scopes, the first one is on tools, and I kind of go more into detail in that if you'd like to know the exact names and all of that. And you can always message me on Instagram. Okay, let me go ahead and show you how to blend the way I do it. Again, I'm not a professional watercolorist. Sure. And so I do like this. I do recommend this. I noticed that this particular palette has a lot of really nice colors. I have 2 of them, and I just took a better look at it after I did the tools video. And I have to say, I really like this particular palette. I can't tell you which one it is, but I know it has names such as Zinc White, Lemon, Hansa Yellow, Naples Yellow, Vermilion. So, okay, so blending. I'm going to go ahead and use a thicker brush for blending. There are 2 different ways that I do it. And so, let me start by wetting my brush a little bit. I'm going to start with a yellow. I pretty much do these on dry paper. There are different techniques on watercoloring. One of them is wet on wet, where you wet the whole page first and then you lay color down. I've just never done it. Well, I've done it that way, but I much prefer it this way. I guess you get different effects. But for simple stuff, I think it's easier to control your brush when you're doing it this way. So I'm just laying down some color. Whoops, I got the wrong color. This is how I do it, so. And then I just go back. Hey, Evelyn, I just go back and do this. And then I just kind of pick up a little bit from the yellow. Maybe the colors are too close. Shoot, I don't even know which red I used. Whoops. So that's my basic blending. Oh, thank you so much. It's really very simple. So that's it. And the other way, which I much prefer, which is easier on me, you blend on paper instead of the palette. For me, yes. I guess you could. That's a different kind of blending. That's blending in different colors. I think this is the gradation that the person was talking about last week. So I'm not sure, but that's what I took it as. So I like to use the Ink 10s by Derwent. This is a really nice watercolor pencil. This is my preferred method. So there's the yellow. It's the orangish. And here's the red. Oops. See that? Okay, that's not gonna work. I need my brush. Oh my gosh. Look how beautiful that color is. It's really quite vibrant. It's very Ink 10s. That's why it's called that. You know, it's hard to explain how to do this, I suppose. It's just, by doing it, you get used to it. And then you could apply more of that color down here as it dries. So it blends better. Okay, now it's getting too orange up here. You get the point, right? You get the point that I'm not an expert at this. And that's it. That's my way of blending. Not sure if that's what the person was talking about last week. I can't remember the person's name, but it works for me. Okay, so thank you. Hi, Lori. Okay, so let's see. Oh, I wanted to show you how to go ahead and do this same type of thing and applying it to your planner. So everybody got a pretty good look at that then? Okay, so how to apply it to your planner. Okay, show you guys. This is a Tomo River paper. I love this paper. This is one that I provide, that I have in my studio, my shop. Let me close this window a little bit because there's a lot of glare now on that paper because it's white. I think that's better. Okay, so how to apply it onto your page. You can do it the way I showed you with a different watercolors. Let me try to focus. By watercoloring on those pencil with a brush or with a pencil. But I'm going to show you a little bit differently so that you can try different ways of getting it down on paper. Since I showed it to you with starting with the watercolor first, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do this one with just your pen first of all. Again, this is a pen that is a Staedtler, a number 3. I generally purchase number 3 pens, no matter what type, because I like the fine lines. So again, no stress. This is how I do my 2 pages, my first 2 pages in my daily documenting. So what I do, if you've seen my other scopes, I put the day it is, I put hydrated, the word hydrated, and then once I drink 8 ounces, then I square it and then I color it in until I get to the end, which I never ever have done that. So it's a goal to reach for. And then I just did this really quickly. This is done with the Crayola crayon type pencils, which I also like to use, especially when I don't have my palette with me. At least I have some of these colors and I just slap them on there. And then on here, I generally put the time. This usually is my work page. This other page on the left is my personal page. So I will do a little journaling of the day on what happened on a personal level down here a lot of times. And on this side, I would put my work schedule, what I did, how many sojourners I shipped out and things like that. Just generally work-related things on this side of it. So I'm going to try to make this one really pretty. Usually I would have the word work here, but I'm not going to do that because I'm on vacation. And so actually it's a working vacation. It's like what I like to call it. My husband's working while I'm vacationing. So where was I at? Oh, pen with the flowers. So I'm just going to draw some flowers right on my page. And again, I'm starting with the ink instead of the watercolor first. That's a flower right there. Simple, right? And then this one is that tulip. Again, it's just building on it. And then this one is the heart shape. This really is a flower because I have something like this at home. And the trick to these leaves is just to make one longer than the other usually. And then let's just do another one here. Oh, let's do that one that's a heart shape here. Maybe I'll do another one here so it doesn't look odd. Are you guys still there? Okay. So then I'm gonna go ahead. Oh, thank you for the hearts. You guys are just so kind to me. I'm gonna do that same thing here. See how I'm just kind of doing this and not really thinking too much about it, just having fun. You know, if you make a mistake, it doesn't really matter because there's other papers. There's other pieces of paper. It's really okay. Life is too short to worry about some things that are just not worth worrying about. In fact, most things are not worth worrying about. You know, you make your choices, you make the best choices you can in life, and then you just go from there. Ask the Lord for guidance, for wisdom. Oh, and someone's asked me before if I do this on, well, in my notebook. Sometimes I do. Watercolor is not that big of a deal, but if it's acrylic, sometimes I'll take it out so my notebook doesn't get messed up. But again, you know, I'm gonna have to take some of this orange from the other palette to make it look more orange because it's starting to blend too much into the red. Anyway, just you know, I try not to worry too much about getting things messed up or not being able to start because you're afraid that you're going to mess something up. And it's like, it's just not worth it. Just enjoy the process. There's always another notebook to be had. There's always another flower to paint. Can I get an amen? Amen. Thanks, Trisha. I'm just going to put some blue up here because it could be like it's the sky. Okay, so now once that dries, what I would do is I would go over this again. Let me just try to dry this really quickly here. I would go over it with a pen again and do it just haphazardly. You don't even have to stay within the lines that you did because then it gives it a little dimension. You know, these flowers, you can add more to them if you want to. While you're sitting there just playing, You know, experiment, enjoy the process, no stress. See, I'm not even being careful. Now here I'll be a little bit careful because the heart may not look like a heart if I mess it up too much. But even if it doesn't look like a heart, I know it's a heart. That's good enough for me. Again, if you guys do this and you're encouraged to paint and all of that, please show it to me on IG. I would love to see it. And again, if you have other things that you want to see me do, if I can do them, then I would be happy to oblige. And then here, just put some leafage. Yes, well, if it works, it's totally fine. If you want to do that. If you want to turn it upside down to get the hearts. So right now, I could actually go in here with green. I'm going to do it with a green ink 10s. It's kind of wet, so I'm not sure if it's going to blend since it's wet, but whatever. We can try. Favorite place for art supplies? I get them everywhere. Probably Aaron Brothers, Hobby Lobby, Dick Blick, which I go to the one in Pasadena, and you know, there's some in Chicago and LA. Dick Blick is really a nice one. I like that one a lot. I just don't have one readily available. But that's it. So, you know you could do this, right, guys? It's very easy. I showed you how easy it is. That's my whole goal, is to make it very easy and stress-free. Joe's Art, I do not know who that is. I typically buy probably a little bit more expensive art supplies, because I truly believe that when you use the right tools, not only will it encourage you to use it more, but it will also last longer. I've always believed that. I was a commercial graphic designer, and so I would always get the best of the best if I could afford it. However, if you can't afford it and you're starting out new, as I've said before, buy some cheapy ones. Totally fine until you find, if you really like doing it, then buy something a little bit more expensive. But, you know, the important part of it is whether you get a cheap one or an expensive one, is to just do it and to just have fun with it and enjoy it. Enjoy drawing, enjoy watercolors, enjoy life. You know, it's just, that's important. To me, that's the thing, you know, that being kind to people and having Jesus in your heart, those are the things that are important. So enjoy the process. One thing I want to show you guys really quick, I did this earlier today to try it out, to test it out on here. And what happened is I had already painted over on the other side. And because I wet this and it got quite wet, it activated the other side a little bit, and so it transferred over some of the ink, which is okay. I will still write over this. It's kind of fun to me. That's like serendipity, but just as a precaution, if you're going to do it on here, though it doesn't really show. Watch, I'll show you guys. This is the one we just did together. Isn't that beautiful? You're not even seeing it. Hardly any shadowing at all. Even the ink. I love this paper. Tomo River. Do you use chalk? I have in school, when I was going to school, but I don't do it now. So there you have it. Does anybody have any other questions that I can help you with? Anything you want to know that I might be able to give a suggestion for? Nope. Okay, so today later on today, I'm probably going to see a bunch of, you're very welcome, Grumbacher, yes. I'm probably going to see a bunch of tags, right? Because you guys are going to tag me when you post your flowers. Show us your setup. What setup? Oh, for what I did here in the hotel? I will. I'll show it. Acrylic and water, biggest difference between, yeah. I will show it on Instagram, what it looks like. And so with that, I will go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning in. Do share this with others. As I've said before, you know, I'm encouraging people to Periscope because we all learn from each other, and sharing is a good thing. And I love this community. I really truly enjoy the community. It's one of the nicest communities I've ever been on. And so let's share this with other people. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and do a couple more of these. And then until next time, yes, definitely, Evelyn, let me know. Text me. Let me know if you're scoping so I could be there. Oh, that's good. I'm glad. I hope people are encouraged to scope. Until next time, anyway, you guys have a great rest of the afternoon, and don't forget to document your life as it happens. Bye-bye. Thank you.